Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday. Guys, we have a Clarity Act update, major Clarity Act update, as Bitcoin is hitting multi-week highs. We're having a little pampy on the charts. We're going to go into price action. Guys, we have so much to cover today. Also, a major announcement from Uphold. We also have Blockchain Academy. We're going to talk about Bitcoin mining, why it's important and what it is, essentially. Just a little brief boo-boo as to what Bitcoin mining is, because it's like the foundation of this whole entire space. So if you guys are ready for the zest, the news, the education, please make sure you smash like, subscribe, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and we're gonna get after it. We also have a subscriber goal of 26,030. Let's get 11 more today. You guys are on TikTok. Please go to youtube.com/MissTeenCrypto. Link is in bio. We're going to get after it. Say good morning to me as I say good morning to you. Check out our two amazing sponsors of the podcast, including Cake Wallet and Uphold. I appreciate them both, and we're going to do some blockchain academies as well. Okay, let's get after it. Good morning. Who do we got? We got Jesse in chat, Mike Volmer, Silver Days. We have Black Hat, Doge Bull. I said hello to Shadows here. David Bulls is here as well. Alexandria G, my G, what up? We have Bobby Flash. We have Eddie Kane. Mark Smithson. Some of your comments today just have me sent me today. Mike Waltman, good morning. Warpaint, what's up? We got Poe, Rob C, Flat Earth, Joe Harvey, Mike Mazzone is on X. Who else do we got? I think I got everyone. Ian, I'm seeing Fitz. Good morning. Duality, good morning. Chipper is here. John White. Ray, good morning. All right, let's full send, guys. Let's freaking go. Guys, again, say good morning to me. Smash the like. Let's go into Bitcoin price action, shall we? Right, Bobby Flash? Let's freaking do it. Also, I put up a poll, guys. Do you guys know how Bitcoin are created? Let me know. It seems like a bunch of you do not actually know how Bitcoin are created, which is perfect because I'll teach you. All right. Someone said, are we fried today? No, we're not fried. Also, mods, please look at the TikTok chat. I see some fakers, imposters coming in. We do not want imposters. Guys, if you are bullish on Bitcoin, let me see those Bitcoin emojis. Let me see rocket emojis today. We do have Bitcoin at 66,577 bucks. Again, we are climbing. This is the cleaner chart for you to take a look at. Again, the major range was essentially from 54 to 55K up here to 69-ish. Let's go and transition over to our other chart. Again, we really wanted to hold support over 60K. Seems like we are pushing, guys. We're pushing. Let's freaking go. I don't know. I'm so hype right now. I can't even. Woo! I'm feeling good. Feeling freaking good. We're gonna look at 67.6 again. Look back in the history of Bitcoins. Back in 2021, again, the highest daily candle close of 2021 was 67.6. That wick high to 69K is what everybody talks about still to this day. Again, we're gonna keep looking back here. Let's go back to present day. Again, we are pumping. We're up 2.2%. Guys, I really, did I say really want 67K, especially 69K. If we see 69K, we hold support there. Then we're going to target that 200-day SMA. That's at 72.8. Big deal, guys. Big deal. If we get to that 200-day SMA, I'm going to throw the biggest party. I'm going to throw the biggest freaking party. I'm going to be so excited. That means spicy price action. Whether it's up or down, I don't freaking care. We need spice. I'm ready for spice. Give me rocket emojis, darn it. I don't see rocket emojis in this darn chat. I need rocket emojis. I need Bitcoin emojis. I need hype. I want zest in this darn chat. I want zest in this darn chat. Hello, Doug. I see Noodle is in chat. Very interesting, Noodle. Very interesting that you're here today. Interesting. Okay, guys. I'm so excited. Let's also, again, we're going to look at the little indicator. We do have the momentum that is flying today. VWAP is flying. Again, a confident VWAP to the upside is exactly what we like because that's a major indicator. Again, guys, woo! I'm so excited over Bitcoin price action. Am I the biggest nerd to ever hit the scene? I don't know. It might be. Because you know what I'm excited about? Green money flow. If we flip this money flow from red to green, oh, that's so spicy. The last time we saw any sort of green money flow was back here in June. Guys, that was like 1,000,000 years ago. I am ready. I'm ready for green money flow. I need this for my mental health. I'm just kidding. That's not really going to impact my mental health. But I'm just saying it would make me so happy. Also, the RSI is flying. We are bullish on this RSI. When everyone gets really hyped, though, because maybe I'm just too excited. Maybe green candles are just too exciting for me. We do like to see when the RSI pulls back. So I would actually like if we like boop, boop, booped a little bit. You know, I feel like we did. And now we're making our way up. I would like to see if we shoot to 72K. Craig said, you are appreciated if we like. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. People are trying to troll me on the freaking TikToks. People are trying to troll me on the TikToks. Guys, I'm not even going to go to defend myself because it doesn't even matter. I'm so excited. Andy, a member for 35 months, which is ridiculous. He said, congrats on 26K subs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a member, Mr. Andy. Guys, my hair is frizzy because the humidity is like 1,000,000 over here. RSI on what chart? Paul, I'm looking at the daily chart as of right now, the dailies. I can look at other chart arrays as well. I could. We are going to take a gander at Bitcoin ETF news because, again, remember, psychological warfare. It's in play. Breaking news starts now. Remember how they said Bitcoin was dead because of the ETF outflows. Even the beginning of the week, oh, Bitcoin ETFs have some inflows, but it's peanuts. It's just peanuts. It's not good. Nothing is good anymore. Well, darn, would you look at the headline today with this image that they gave? Look at that green candle image. Bitcoin just holding up that green candle. Doesn't that give you hopium? Doesn't that give you hopium? I just think, again, the ETF headlines are so psychological. It is buck wild how they manipulate people through ETFs. Again, look at the chart. Would you ever freaking know that there were major ETF outflows? Absolutely freaking not. Not an ounce of that is indicated. However, Bitcoin ETFs did post a 5-day inflow streak. This is the longest since May. Again, Bitcoin ETFs attracted $226.9 million in net inflows on Monday, the strongest daily inflows since July 6th, bringing total net inflows over the 5-day streak to about $727.3 million, according to So Value. This, again, is the longest run since or from April 30th through May 5th. Monday's inflows reduced year-to-date net outflows to below $5 billion. Oh, gee, oh, wow. Oh, gee, oh, wow, institutions, blah, blah, institutions. That's all I heard. Anyways, there's a lot of things going on. Everyone's asking me, Randy, what's going on with Clarity schmarity? Guys, I don't think we'll ever get the best version of the Clarity Act because everyone is, just playing games on Capitol Hill. Everyone's just trying to insert their own shenanigans into the bill that really have nothing to do with the bill. And a lot of people are starting to get a little defensive, including Patrick Witt. This man was like one of the top dogs in relation to crypto regulation at the White House and helping advise what goes on with crypto in the White House. And all of a sudden, it seems like in the past 5-6 months, everyone involved with crypto just dipped. Bo Hines dipped. He was like, you know what, I'm leaving the White House. Let me just go to Tether real quick. The girl that was Caroline, that was heading the CFTC or the acting chairwoman for a while, she was just a placeholder almost. She was like, see you later, CFTC. I'm going to go to MoonPay. And then we also have Patrick Witt, and he was one of the top dogs at the White House for crypto. And he's like, LOL, peace out. I'm going to military training. And apparently everyone got very upsetty over that. And I was questioning it myself. And I was like, what's going on with Mr. Witt? And so he is a little bit iffy right now. He did have to defend himself a little bit. He put up a post. Sorry, guys, my allergies are really kicking today. He said, for the past year, I have worked diligently to get Clarity Act passed, fulfilling Donnie T's vision to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Last week, it was reported that I was set to leave for mandatory training as part of my service in the Georgia Army National Guard right before Clarity hit the floor. Again, he's like, I gotta do this, bro. While I remain committed to fulfilling my service obligation, I'm grateful to report that my training has been deferred and I will be able to see this effort to the end. Oh, look, Patrick. He said, thanks to POTUS and David Sachs for the opportunity to continue this important work, and to everyone who reached out last week. Let's finish the job. So I think he caught too much heat. And in the White House on Capitol Hill, they're like, what do we do? What do we do about Mr. Witt? Everyone's losing their noodles over Sir Witt. Put noodle emojis in the chat. People were cooked. Sorry, little microphone. People were cooked. The noodle was fried. And it seems as though Patrick Witt said, you know what? National Guard, peace. I'm going to stay on the Capitol Hills. And so very interesting of him. Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry. I just got very interesting news. Anyway, so that's the latest with Patrick Witt. So he is going to continue, being there at the White House to see Clarity Act through, if it even passes. Do you think Clarity Act will pass? 1 or yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Again, he is the White House's top crypto advisor. One of the major problems within the Clarity Act and why it's not passing right now is why Dems and Repubbies are beefing as usual. I mean, I guess that's regularly scheduled programming. But one thing they wanted to throw in the Clarity Act was this ethics provision. The fact that essentially they were like, oh, wait, Dems were like, shoot, Donnie T launching a meme coin, wifey, throwing a meme coin out there, family, world's liberty, financial, this isn't right. And so they were trying to throw in this ethics provision. Last week, we heard that Donnie T was supposed to have a meeting with senators talking about this ethics provision. Again, I really do think that this should not have been included in the bill. Give us a market structure. It literally has nothing to do with ethics. However, Eleanor Terrett, we love her. Go follow her if you don't yet. I'll actually put a link to her tweet that we're going to read in the live chat. She did actually give a report on this update because we never really heard anything. What happened to this meeting with Donnie T and this ethics provision? Now, interestingly enough, I would have thought Donnie T would have went on a Truth Social rampage about this, but he did not. Eleanor said, I'm hearing from multiple industry sources. Again, this isn't clocked in official, but she said that the White House has agreed on an ethics package for the Clarity Act and sent the language to certain Senate Repubbies this afternoon, meaning yesterday afternoon. It's still unclear what the details of the agreement are. I've reached out for comment, but industry participants are hopeful this could clear the way for the updated bill text to be released soon. And so again, one comment that I saw that was actually clocking a little bit was oh, so they're going to throw in an ethics provision for crypto, but they're not going to throw in an ethics provision for Congress trading stocks. Like, the insider trading has been an abomination to this country. I'm just like, wow, how is it that these people are able to regulate these companies and then go and insider trade? Like Nancy Pelosi, where's the investigation? Liz Warren, where's the investigation? Where's the investigation? So I just think that this is like the double standard of the century. So that's the tea. Apparently, there was an ethics package brought in there. The most important thing is protecting self-custody, protecting DeFi and developers. We hear little to nothing about that. Apparently there's some things thrown in, but we'll see if they update the text of the bill and what they actually changed there. Another piece of news on Clarity Act is that Dems added certain consumer protection rules to the Clarity Act. I feel like whenever the government's like, hey, yo, we're the gov, we're here to help you, bro. That's when, like, I'm sprinting, I'm running. Take a look. As lawmakers in the U.S. Senate are likely to vote soon on Clarity Act, reps from the advocacy organizations and companies are providing details of closed-door negotiations over the bill, which is expected to be the most comprehensive piece of legislation affecting the industry. In a Monday interview with CNBC, Coinbase Vice Chair Ryan Van Grack said that while the final negotiation over the text of Clarity were taking place in the Senate, Dem lawmakers just had to add additional protections, quote unquote protections, for customers to give what he called more teeth, rare, to the, sorry, that wasn't in the text, I just added that. He did not explicitly mention any progress on adding ethics, which many Dems said would be necessary for their votes. According to Van Grack, he said, at the end of the day, this is about customer protections. Sure. The status quo lacks the infrastructure, lacks the protections, and the Dems used this opportunity wisely, he says, to make sure that customers were first and foremost in the bill. And so Clarity, again, still technically has Donnie T's support. And again, the ethics part is the major thing that is in limbo. Again, Donnie T apparently made, and there was a disclosure of about $1.4 billion in profits from the industry. I would say, again, if his family wants to go do something, that's their business. But like, I understand the whole, like, maybe the president shouldn't have a meme coin. Like, I totally get that. But at the end of the day, I really don't think this has anything to do with market structure. And it's just people's own agendas as usual, corrupting the bill. And so the Dems try to say it's corrupted. I think they're corrupting it. I think both sides are corrupting this bill, and it should literally just be something in the middle. What is going on for crypto? How does this benefit people in America? And does this make America the crypto capital of the world? Are people able to walk in the US and say, you know what? Banger. We're going to create our project here. We're going to launch this project here. Wallets, exchanges, tokenizing stocks. You know what? It's because all the banks are cooking behind the scenes, launching tokenized this and that, moving billions of dollars through their own blockchains, but no one bats an eye. I would really like that to be included in the Clarity Act. If we're going to be clear, but then be clear on what the banks can and can't do, and how they cannot crush decentralized versions of the same things. Because they're like, oh, DEXs are so crazy. I can't believe that there's a place that people could just swap currencies and trade without our permission, and we're not making money off of that. But it's not about you, bro. It's not about you. T. Anyway, that's a major thing. So that's your major Clarity Act update. Donnie T, ethics, Dems adding things, Republicans arguing about said things, and that's business as usual. Now, are you bullish on the Clarity Act? Put a 1 or a yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. I would genuinely love to know if you're bullish on Clarity. I'm genuinely iffed out, to be quite honest. Now, again, the major problem across the world is the banks. Again, the banks are corrupting crypto market structure, even though we should have some banking structure. Like, if bank executives should be arrested for, maybe allowing trafficking of any sort to go through their bank, AML violations, maybe using your data without your consent to open credit lines, maybe the false fees that they charge you, maybe the fact that most of them are insolvent. We don't know if they have reserves. Where are the proof of reserves on the banks? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a delusional woman on the internet. And even in the UK, they're beginning an inquiry into bank choke points for crypto businesses because across the board, Operation Choke Point is everywhere. The banks strictly don't want to help this industry. They don't want to take part, even though, again, if we're trading crypto, we cash out, we put money in the bank, a bank make money. Banks always make money somehow. So for them to not help crypto, but to try to play theater and pull strings behind the scenes, I think it's absolutely pointless. It's absolutely pointless. Now, looking at the UK Parliament, take a gander. Love this picture, by the way. Very aesthetic, very aesthetic. UK politicians want to know the extent to which the country's banks have choked off crypto firms by refusing them bank accounts and introducing restrictions on crypto-related payments in a cross-party inquiry kicked off on Tuesday. So now we have this group, which is APPG, the Crypto and Digital Asset All-Party Parliamentary Group. Mouthful. And so basically, it's chaired by Ed Vaizey, a former minister for the digital economy and a member of the House of Lords. The House of Lords. Sorry, that was funny to me. And Gurinder Singh Josan, a Labour MP, according to a press release. And ever since crypto came into being, difficulties around attaining bank relationships have made life hard for players in the space. With the systemic debanking, again, this is market manipulation, in my opinion, of firms and individuals, particularly in the US. Again, this is referred to as Operation Choke Point 2.0, but again, this is worldwide and rampant. So several major UK banks have also introduced restrictions on crypto-related payments, and as such, the inquiry would focus on a dearth of bank accounts for crypto businesses, including associated professional services such as insurance. They're also going to look into restrictions placed by banks on crypto transactions. Again, this is fraudster activity. This is manipulation. The fact, again, I would even go back to what I said about New York, right? And one of the reasons, I had a long slew of reasons as to why I moved from New York. But the major problem was, how can I go and trade the cryptocurrencies I want to trade or have access to the markets if I'm living in a state that's supposed to be the financial capital of the world, yet you can't get access to a whole new financial market? It's because of the... Calm down, Randy. Calm down. It's because of the ego of the trad bros, okay? The trad bros. How do you go and tell me, oh, Wall Street's here? It's empty. How do you tell me, oh, crypto is just so amazing, but you can't have it in New York? That's crazy to me. That's crazy because they even limit the number of tokens or coins you have access to in this state. That is buck wild to me. And the fact that people in New York cannot get access to certain coins or certain exchanges, that means that's less liquidity in the market, and it also restricts them. So I believe that's manipulation. Wouldn't you believe that the adoption of crypto would be a lot higher? The amount of money in the space would be a lot higher if people were able to get access to that market. I'm waiting. The answer is freaking yes. The answer is yes. And so the fact that they're telling you, oh, banks just won't allow you to have your business associated, they always make money anyway. If the banks were smart, they would be like, oh, let's just help the crypto bros out because we'll make money and then we'll just take their tech, make our own, and then say, yo, we supported you. Support us too. Then we could all shake hands and be nice. But no, they try to start these global wars against crypto, which makes them look even worse. That's the thing about this banking mafia is they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to scare people. But it only pushes people closer towards crypto anyway. And then people are like, you know what? Screw the banks anyway. I'm just going to get my crypto, hold it in a wallet, and I'll never cash out because at least this is money that can't be censored and I own and they can't take away from me. Oh, the reverse kicks in, but they never think about that because their ego needs to get checked. And that is a major problem with the banks. It's an ego check. It's an ego check. Just so you know. That's my rant and ramble on the banks for the day. Don't you remember the globalist mantra that you will own nothing? Yeah, 2030, you're going to own nothing, be happy, apparently. Well, no, we're not going to let that happen, especially on this darn channel. We're going to scream it from the darn rooftops on every single platform, on every single global stage that I could get myself on, that Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. It's not leaving, whether they like it or not. Now, we could play nice and work together, or we're just going to keep battling each other, which honestly, it's not worth it. The banks are going to lose either way. I actually made a video yesterday about how the next generation is not even going to have a bank account. They're not going to care for a bank account. Why am I going to go and sign up for a bank? I'll put my whole life story, who my third relative is, who my third cousin is, who my fourth cousin is, who's my great grandfather. No one cares about that. This generation wants instant gratification. Download an app, open a wallet, gives me monies, I go spend monies. So, yep. Saw a video on X that all the major players are going to make a headquarters in Dallas for a Texas stock exchange. Yeah, Texas is winning. Texas could be its own darn country. So, good for them. Who does New York think it is? Yeah, no, New York is very hypocritical. Oh, we're the financial capital of the world. It's ridiculous. They're mad because Wall Street's empty. You go to the stock exchange, nobody's there. There's like 5 dudes with suits on, and that's it. Anyway, enough about throwing shade on Wall Street. Speaking of Wall Street, ooh, stocks, dude. You like to trade your stocks, but you don't care for the trad brokerage. Dude, Uphold's got you covered. We're going to go into Blockchain Academy, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin mining, but I have to tell you about this. I texted the Uphold executives this morning. I said, "What's this, sir?" I was like, "Excuse me. This is so exciting. Why didn't you tell me?" And they were like, "We were going to tell you tomorrow." And I was like, "No, I found out today." Because if you go on your Uphold app, something is in beta. Take a look. Oh, shoot. That was messed up. Let's try that again. La la la, welcome to Blockchain Academy. But before we get that, here's a major announcement. You can now trade stocks and ETFs on Uphold, and this is sick. I went on there. Obviously, it's in beta right now, so this is brand new. So you could be one of the first to actually use this feature on Uphold. Again, if you sign up for Uphold, it takes like a matter of like 2 freaking minutes to sign up. And you're able to go and check it out. This is in beta. Your girl likes early access. If you tell me something just came out and I could be one of the first to play around, you know I'm clicking buttons. I like to click buttons. Do you like to click buttons? I like to click buttons. Buttons are exciting to me. What's also exciting to me is Bitcoin mining. Guys, please put Bitcoin miner emojis in the chat. This really excites my life. I love Bitcoin miners. I was actually on the phone with a very prominent Bitcoin miner yesterday, and he was like, "Yo, Randy, what's up with Bitcoin mining? How do you feel about it?" I said, "It's the fundamentals of this darn space. I freaking love buttons and I love Bitcoin miners, okay?" And so the major looming question is, how are Bitcoin created? Now, I do have a graphic. I have my PowerPoint. I also have this graphic that was generated. It's not that great, but the pictures are what I really liked about it. So basically, how Bitcoin are created is the fact that you have transactions, and then basically the transactions are entering a block, and then the miners come in and they're like, "Oh, we're the security guards of the chain." And then they go boop, 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 boop. They're like building the blocks essentially. And once the block is solved or built, let's say, then people are like, "Oh, there it is on the blockchain." And it's verified by nodes, miners, everyone in between. And because that block was essentially built and the miners put in that work, which is essentially energy, right? How you would take that in the physical world, and there's a gold miner going bam, bam, bam in the ground, panning out that gold. Reward is the gold because that's the proof of their work. And so that's essentially the same thing. So the miners, they have which are computers, get all that energy. They're like, "Yeah, energy, bam, bam, block." And then they get rewarded with new Bitcoin. And so right now that block reward is 3.125 Bitcoin. I actually have that here. So it started off at 50 Bitcoin per block, and it gets cut in half about every 4 years or every 210,000 blocks that are on the chain. And so now, as of 2024 through now, miners are now getting rewarded with 3.125 corns. So it's a banger. I freaking love this. This is like the you could think again of miners as the blockchain security guards. And they are like the reason why the blockchain is protected, the reason why it is secure is because there's so many miners. So it's not like there's like one entity or one nerd that's like controlling the whole thing. So a few years ago, they were like, oh no, China. Hold on, where's my China? China stopped mining. Oh no. And then the network took a hit, right? And people were like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So what the miners do, again, it rebalances. So, oh, you need this amount of energy because there's competition there because so many people are trying to mine at the same time. So the amount of energy you need would increase because, again, you have to balance competition. So let's say a whole country blacks out and they're like, oh, we don't have power, we can't mine. Then the amount you need gets brought down and people are more easily able to mine. So the network is very, very smart, very well built. And this is why Satoshi is the biggest genius of our generation, in my opinion. So that is essentially how Bitcoin mining works. And that is why it is important because it gives us the decentralization, the feet we stand on today. So I absolutely love it. This is just mind-blowing to me. And so, yeah, I'm just so excited. And so build your blocks, Bitcoin miners. I love my Bitcoin miners. A lot of you guys actually came to my pod because of the Bitcoin mining scene. So bless all of your hearts. Bless all of y'all. The kids yearn for the mines. I do love the miners. And of course, we're best friends with Mr. Hook. He is from Terra Hosting, and you could go literally just have them host your miner for you and earn passive income through that. So very interesting. Absolutely love it. And go check out Terra Hosting. I'll actually grab their X account. Terra Hosting. I freaking love them. These are my people right here. My people. Like, Hook and I have gone on Newsmax together. Bless his heart. We love him. We love Newsmax. And so shout out to Mr. Hook. This is his company. And his t-shirts are fire. If you ever see them at a Bitcoin conference, go grab a t-shirt because I literally, like, they're so swift. And I wear those shirts like on a daily basis. I literally go to his booth and I'm like, give me everything because he hands down has the best quality merch. So just throwing that in there. No, it's a little bit of a side thing, but I literally wear those shirts like on a daily basis. My friends come over, I'm in my jammies, I'm wearing that shirt. I'm not even joking. It is the best. They're like, you're always wearing that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Shameless. There's a few pieces of merch that I love the most. Anyway, if you guys have not yet, Black Hat, throw your link in there. Go grab your commemorative collectible. Very limited. This is the OG. And then there's another one that's a Bitcoin edition. They are limited. And if you buy the Bitcoin version of this one, then you are entered into a giveaway. Each one is numbered and verified. And there's an exclusive video for each version. There's 2 different ones. And so absolutely love this. Go get this. This is a community effort. And so, yeah, this is a community effort. This is all Black Hat in his creation, his brain, and entered into this item. So please go and support Black Hat. Again, he has done so much for this community. You don't even know. So go and support him and the community and what he's helped us build in Discord and so on and so forth, and his moderation. There you go. Boop. But thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have smashed a like, you subscribe, you share it out. Your girl has a million things to do today. Guys, we have an important meetings today. So bless all of your hearts. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Tomorrow, if you are not a member yet, please become a member of this darn channel. Because when you become a member, you get the cool emojis in the chat, like the Bitcoin miner emoji, the noodle, everything in between. Sheesh, there's a sheesh emoji, and all the things in between. So please go become a member, and then you'll get access to the Discord after show. That takes place on Wednesdays. And if you're on TikTok, please give us a follow. We're just below 200 followers away from 20,000 followers on TikTok. Your girl grinding it out on TikTok. So please make sure you guys are following us there. Subscribe on YouTube, on X, on Instagram. Wherever you have a social platform, I am there and I am yapping on a daily freaking basis. I am a professional yapper and I will never stop yapping. Okay? You can't get me to shut up. because I'm just a nerd that loves internet money, okay? So bless all of your hearts. Have a beautiful day. Happy Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow for the show and the after show. Have a beautiful day. Again, please smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. Happy Tuesday, and stay zesty. Mwah. Bye.